Welcome back to Brands Hatch. Time now for some more race series for you to take a look at. First up is the Mini Challenge. With 2 categories to choose from and plenty of close racing, here's Paul Harvey.
The Mini Challenge is in its 11th year, and this promising to be one of the best. We've got lots of ex-champions, people coming back with their sole intention to win the championship. So it is going to be fireworks as usual at the front. It's a level playing field, very difficult with one make series to strike the balance between finance and equality. We believe we've got that about right. I think that without doubt they're all looking forward to 2012. We've moved from Dunlop onto Pirelli. We tested them, great tyres, new company, lots of ideas they have with promoting themselves and the Mini Challenge. We can build this up into what we think will be an annual event, a big annual mini event, and we want all the classic minis, we want all the new minis, we want everyone coming along, watching the racing, but getting involved with the track parades at lunchtime, all mini related entertainment all around the circuit. So drivers, organisers, teams, we're all looking forward to it.
Next, we have the St Cross Electronics Monoposto Championship, and with some details, Simon Davey.
Monoposto racing is now in its 58th year, and it's a championship that's designed to get the man in the street racing in the Grand Prix style in single-seater racing cars. So what we do is have a range of classes that enable us to use older racing cars very cost effectively and to extend their life, and also to mean that when you buy them, they don't depreciate. At the top end we have Formula 3s, Dalaras typically, but quite often in Monoposto they're fitted with road car engines, mildly tuned road car engines. So actually the overall power of the car is similar to a Formula 3 car, its performance is similar to a Formula 3 car, but the cost of running the engine is massively lower. And then in the midfield you have cars like Formula Ford Zetec and Formula Vauxhall, Lotus cars, which are high performance cars, but again very cheap to run. And then in the simpler classes you get Mono 1600, there's a Formula Ford 1600 cars and Formula Vauxhall Juniors. And they're very, very cost effective, still very quick competitive racing. And then the final class is very interesting. This year it's being called Moto Mono, and it's bike engine cars. And these are Jedis and Speeds, and also a number of one-off specials. And these cars are tremendously quick and very exciting to watch. The championship's now one of the largest championships, in fact in the world. It's the largest single-seater racing championship in the UK. This year we had 140 registered members. About 10% each year are completely new drivers, so we have a very large novice intake. Divided into 6 classes, typically at a race meeting you'll see entries of between 50 and 60 cars racing in 2 grids. So we have very large entries, very competitive racing, but very friendly, and thanks to our involvement with MSVR, very efficiently organised. Well, the biggest new thing is we have St Cross Electronics this year. So Monoposto Racing in 2012, the championship will be sponsored by St Cross Electronics. The managing director of St Cross is Dax Ward, who is a regular Monoposto competitor. They are consciously using Monoposto Racing and Dax's involvement as a platform to make their company and products better known in the motor racing world.
Next, the BMWs, with the Production BMW Championship and the Project 8 Racing Saloons.
Well, the Production BMW Championship is a series for late 80s 3 Series cars. It's been running for about 7 years now, very successfully. We have 4 grids over the last 2 or 3 years, and that's going to continue into next year. We moved to MSVR, as you probably know, about 5 years ago. And that really helped us in terms of better circuits, better calendar, and because those circuits are attractive to drivers, filling the grids and keeping the costs of racing low. If you can deliver good circuits to people they want to race on, that attracts people to them. If you can then fill the grids, you can get the cost down, and then if the calendar fits what for most people found, this is like a hobby that interferes with their family life, if you can minimise that by having the calendar spread across times when they're not interfering with the kids' holidays and things, that's the third attraction for drivers. So filling the grids is the main thing about get racing cheaper, and by keeping it cheaper you get big grids. This year the production BMW Championship has attracted Marangoni tyres as a sponsor, and this is bringing in a new tyre sponsor to British Motorsport. They've already been involved in Italy, but it's the first time in England, and that's a massive coup for us, and we're really looking forward to the challenge that will bring. The Pre-94 series, which is the Project 8 racing saloons, this year, news for this year I guess is that a number of the production BMW guys have put 325 engines in their cars and are moving across to racing saloons, which will give us an immediate increase of 10 cars on the grid. Alongside that we've got newcomers to the series itself, so we're looking to field full grids in both series this year for all the reasons I gave you about BMW, the good value that we provide for the racers, and all of that obviously is helped by our association with MSV.
Now the Radicals with the European Masters, UK Cup and Clubman's Cup.
In 2012, Radical will be running 3 championships at MSVR. The Radical UK Cup and the Radical Clubman's Cup, which last year we joined MSVR with and we're very successful and very pleased. This year we also have joining us the Radical Masters Euro Series, which is our European series for the first time. That's got FIA accreditation, travels all over Europe, and those 3 will run together with broadly similar regs for the UK Cup and the Radical Masters and the Radical Clubman Sprint Series. We're already looking at very good grids this year. Several of our UK Cup grids and certainly Radical Masters are looking to be oversubscribed already. Again, Clubman's Cup is an excellent entry-level stepping stone into sports car racing, and we're seeing a lot of new racers joining us this year. Several new teams this year as well. So we're very confident for an exciting 2012. We take technical and spare support to every single round. We make sure that the entry fees are competitive. We ensure that we always have a calendar which is something people want to go to. This year, yet again, we'll be going to Brands Hatch GP layout, which is always a popular choice. And again, with things like the Radical European Masters, we'll be going to as far away as Spa-Francorchamps, Circuit to Catalonia, Red Bull Ring and Donington Silverstone in the UK. Getting FIA accreditation for the Radical Masters Euro Series is very important to us. It marks something very important. It shows the increasing professionalism of the teams in the series, the standards of the racing. It brings us up on par with other international racing championships. You know, a choice of great circuits, Brands Hatch GP, Alton Park. We're going back to Cadwell this year, which is something that we've been looking forward to in a long time. You know, it's a combination of great circuits. We've got a great calendar that's spread right across the year. The competitors are looking for good facilities, you know, the little things that are important to them, even down to good food, clean toilets, good parking. It's all these little things that ultimately it's a hobby. Racing is a hobby. It's something we all do because we enjoy it, and it's joining all those little dots together is the really important thing, and something that MSVR do very well.
Now with details of the VAG and GTI racing, here is coordinator John Hillen.
Well, the Mark II Golf GTI Championship will be in its 6th year this year, usually 4-car grids. Changes for this year include we're going to go for success ballast. We'll be televising all of the rounds, and previously there have been maybe some issues with some of the front-running drivers being a little bit too competitive within the regulations. So to even things up, we're going to apply 20 kilos ballast for a win and a maximum of 50 kilos over the season, and we're hoping that will bring a lot of other people that might have finished 6th down to 10th back into play, and we can see a lot of different names on the podium. We're employing a similar idea with the VAG trophy, rather more weight because they're more powerful cars. But a very similar sort of rationale behind it. We're also going for touring car style numbers in the back windows, so hopefully personal sponsorship can be easier to attract for that reason. Along with the TV coverage, I think it's a good package for most club level potential racers. The championship is open to Volkswagen, Audi, Seat and Skoda vehicles, as long as the platform was available prior to 2006. In terms of the VAG trophy overall, we've never had more interest than prior to the 2012 season, and I think the whole thing is going to take a step forward this year. we saw in total 36 different cars last year, not all at the same time, but I think that probably proves that maybe the offer we've got is a good one. New for this season is the Mark IV Golf GTI TDI Challenge. It's open to Mark IV 1.8 turbo GTIs, and it's also open to the 130 and 150 brake horsepower turbo diesel models. You can buy a Mark IV GTI for around about between £1,000 and £1,500 off eBay or Auto Trader. We will supply a kit of parts, all other control items, and you can build a car in total, including the original purchase cost, of between £5,000 and £6,000.
Finally, this season, MSVR are the organiser for the Aston Martin Owners Club.
Aston Martin Owners Club has a history that goes back into the mists of time. Been forefront of race promotion in this country. They've taken the very bold step of asking me to come on and help with the promotion of the racing programme, and of course come to MSVR to do the organisation behind the scenes. There's a great deal of cars out there and a great deal of passion for Aston racing, and a great deal of support from other grids as well that come along to make the meetings work. So the ingredients are all there. We've got to go out and do it now. Probably one of the pinnacles is the Aston Martin Racing's GT4 Challenge, which is for modern GT4 cars, promoted by the factory. And AMOC obviously are very proud of the relationship with the factory and the promotion of the race series. Hopefully this year the intention is that we would run 2-hour races at most of the meetings, slightly shorter, slightly longer some races. The club has the Intermark Championship, which is a championship that goes back into the dawn of time for everything from the quicker DB4s through V8s and right the way up to the N24s and the GT4s of today. The pinnacle of Aston's pre-war programme this coming year is going to be here at Brands Hatch for the Horseful meeting. And the Horseful race itself is for the pre-war team cars, so we expect a really good turnout for that.
Well, that's it from us here at Brands Hatch. I hope that's given you a little idea of some of the race series we have in store for the rest of the 2012 season here on Motors TV.